Tobago's funeral home, where we celebrate life's precious moments. From the moment you enter our doors, you're met with kindness and care. Our reception area is designed to be more than just a waiting room. It is a place of calm, thoughtfully created to ease the weight of grief. In our private conference room, conversations are guided by empathy. Here, our client experience coordinators sit beside you, not just across the table to help plan a service that truly reflects your loved one's story. Whether it's a traditional farewell or a personalized celebration of life, we take time to understand your wishes and offer thoughtful guidance. At the heart of our organization is a dedicated manager who ensures that everything runs smoothly, from the smallest detail to the final farewell. We understand that choosing a casket or a coffin is a deeply personal decision. In our selection room, we provide a calm, respectful environment where families can take their time and explore options that reflect their loved one's life, beliefs, and preference. Our spacious chapel is where memories are honored and lives are celebrated. Designed with serenity and warmth, it provides a welcoming space for families and friends to come together in reflection and remembrance. For families choosing cremation, we offer on-site professional cremation services in a setting that upholds dignity, peace, and confidentiality. Our crematorium offers a seamless and respectful alternative to traditional burial, giving families flexibility while maintaining the highest standard of care.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Probably not everywhere you go, but here on Tobago Update this morning. Good morning, my name is Dwayne Nurse, and I'm your favorite youth host, and a special good morning to all our ardent viewers. Welcome to Youth Wednesdays, where we bring you the youthful vibes smack center in the middle of your wet week. This is indeed the height of the rainy season, right into the onset of Christmas. So I'm going to wish you guys, early Christmas seasons, Christmas spirit, Christmas cheers well in advance for those who are in the celebratory mode. But I'm not alone here this morning. I'm also joined by
Natalia and this morning, Trisha. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning to all our viewers on our varying platforms: Facebook, YouTube 102 on AMPLIA, 33 on Digital, and 121 and 130 on Flow. A good morning to you all. Dwayne, I thought you were going to sing there,
No.
I heard this starting. Let's be with you singing, and then you started speaking. It's okay. You'll give us a rendition.
I mean, I know you're quite you're Christmas person yourself. So
yes.
when I said it, the song sang rang as a tune in your mind.
It did, it did.
Probably, you know, for the next show we could have them play the song instead of me singing it.
Right, right. We'll prefer that, but I still would like to hear a rendition from you before the Christmas season is over. Yeah? So we'll shake our head at that. Dwayne will agree to that and stop winking at me. All right.
So guys, you know, we have a lot for you this morning. Let's Nancy, just quickly before we go over to news in 90 seconds, just tell them quickly where they're viewing us.
They're viewing us live from Port Mall in Scarborough. Yes, it's wet, but we came out to be with you all this morning. Our bright smiles and Dwayne's lovely singing. We're just happy to be here with you all this morning on Youth Wednesdays.
All right, so guys, with no further ado, let's go over to news in 90 seconds with Mrs. Montrechal.
Thank you, Dwayne. Here is your news in 90 seconds for Wednesday, 26th November 2025. Tobago has recorded its 7th murder for 2025. Dead is Israel Collins, also known as Skeng, who was shot multiple times about the body while liming outside Mini Mart in Sandy River, Mason Hall last night. Collins, originally from Maloney Gardens, Trinidad, succumbed to his injuries on the scene. Officers of the Scarborough Crime Investigation Division are continuing with investigations. The People's National Movement continued its town hall series last night at the Buku Community Center. Political leader for the Tobago Council of the PNM, Ansel Dennis, was declared as the prospective candidate for the Buku Mount Pleasant electoral district in the upcoming THA election. While addressing supporters gathered at the meeting, Dennis said he spent the last 4 years while out of elected office, learning, growing, and still serving the people of Tobago. Reflecting on the 2021 December 6th election, Dennis apologized to the people of Buku Mount Pleasant for whatever he may have done wrong to cause them to lose faith in his service to the community, further promising to right those wrongs under a strong People's National Movement administration. The party will culminate the town hall series, revealing its final prospective candidate on Thursday night at the Bethesda Community Center. During the final episode of Tobago Updates Beneath the Surface series on Monday, Chief Secretary Farley Augustine sought to clear the air on the internal ramblings within the Tobago People's Party. Augustine accounted the ramblings to excitement among members, further declaring that it would have no impact on the outcome of the polls. As he said, the TPP had intentions of capturing all 15 electoral districts. Speaking on the public scrutiny of him and the party's screening committee by party stalwart Ava McCall, Augustine said McCall and any other member were free to express their views, as it was the hallmark of democracy. The party is expected to announce the remaining prospective candidates for Buku Mount Pleasant and Mason Hall Mariah in the upcoming days. And that was your news in 90 seconds.
Thank you for news in 90 seconds, Mrs. Montrechal. You know, quite a lot happening there in this space. You know, we are heating up as, you know, we get closer and closer to the ending of the year, yes, and possibly into, you know, what is deemed to be a very heated, well-anticipated political season. You know, so I look forward to what will be, you know, the utterances and the positings from the different parties. You know, I look forward to seeing that. It's quite unfortunate that you know, we had our 7th murder last evening. I heard some people talking about it. It's quite unfortunate, you know, but it's quite a lot happening there, you know, amidst what is happening globally, right in our waters, in our Caribbean waters.
But we must say condolences to the family of Mr. Collins. God's guidance through this time.
All right, yes. So guys, we're going to straight over to our birthdays and something on a more uplifting note. You know, first we have Avenel Caruth Bernard. A happy birthday goes out to you from the Tobago Updates family. Who do we have next?
Next up, we have Akisi. Oh, my apologies. We had a bit of a glitch there. But this is a familiar face to the Tobago Updates family.
I don't know that person at all.
You don't know that person? No. Let me introduce you to Mr. Cyrus Herbert. He is somewhat of, a friendly face here at Tobago Updates. I think this very slight smile is not really Cyrus. Cyrus is more of the bubbly type, always smiling. It's more of teeth. But Cyrus, I really do hope that you enjoy your day today. God's richest blessings on your birthday coming. Of course, Dwayne and I here on Youth Wednesdays, and of course the entire Tobago Updates family.
Happy birthday to you, my brother Cyrus. Who do we have next? Next we have, this is a familiar face. Happy birthday goes out to you, Mr. Kesey London. We want to wish you a happy birthday here from us on Youth Wednesdays, and by extension the Tobago Updates family. Who do we have next? This is certainly another familiar face. Do you know this gentleman?
Of course I know this gentleman, and Dwayne, I know you are very familiar with him as well. But for viewers who may not be, this is a very vibrant soul, very willing to do the work, whatever work he's put to do, and that is Mr. Junior Noel, a special and a
Delano. He's the man, right? And last but certainly not least, TJ Maxx. I thought he was selling shoes this morning, but no. He's going to be coming to talk about his upcoming soca songs, New Power Soca Heat. He is a soca artist. So that is it for now for you this morning. Just remember, up next we speak with Mr. Davlon Brathwaite and Gamili Waldron. Just remember to
share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Belgrove's Funeral Home, where we celebrate life's.
We waiting so long, the people miss the bacchanal. Tobago. The countdown is on for Tobago Day 2025. From November 27th to December 6th, the island comes alive under the theme One Tobago, One People, One Destiny.
The celebration begins with the Tobago Torch Run, led by the Chief Secretary, Assemblyman, and our proud sporting groups.
Then, on November 28th, the THA Triathlon takes center stage. On November 29th, we all head to the Shore Park Recreational Grounds for the Tobago Games, Sports and Family Day, games we used to play from 6 p.m.
Join us on December 2nd for the Thanksgiving Harvest Service at the Shore Park Complex from 10 a.m.
Bring your Tobago produce, share your blessings, and celebrate community. Then, December 3rd and 4th, discover our roots on the Scarborough Heritage Bus Tours. 2 daily departures at 9 a.m. and 1 p.m.
On December 4th, witness excellence at the Tobago Day debate beginning at 10 a.m. at the Assembly Legislature.
And the Tobago Day Awards ceremony, 7 p.m. at the Shore Park Complex.
And for the grand finale,
December 6th, the cultural concert and drone show lights up the Scarborough Esplanade from 7 p.m. It's all about Tobago Day 2025. One Tobago, one people, one destiny.
Courts is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Courts Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Courts Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and look, 'cause this is your show. to them once again. They better look out below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look out below, 'cause this is your show.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates. Of course, we start off with a very exciting interview here this morning. We are here to speak about those animals that were on the ark. I'm kidding. Those animals that are on Hope Farm. And this morning we are joined with Mr. Davlon Brathwaite and of course Miss Jamali Waldron. Very familiar faces to the Tobago space and of course here at Youth Wednesdays. So we just want to give them a special welcome here this morning.
Yes, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Right, Davlon gave us a quiet morning there. He's kind of rearing up to give you that excitement that is coming for us to speak about that World Food Day celebration, not that World Food Day that you are aware of, but the World Food Day that is coming out of the Hope Farm located at Hope, Belmont, Tobago. All right, so I'm happy that I got that correct. You know, that Hope Farm was once in my backyard. And I'm very excited to hear about what transformation they would make to that place this morning, right? And of course, Mr. Davlon Brathwaite is here in the capacity of Agriculture Assistant 1 and Ms. Jamali Waldron as a Technical Field Assistant. So again, a special good morning to the both of you. Right, so what is your role on the day? I know I announced to you all as, of course, those roles that are in the THA, as we would see on the jerseys. But what is your role on Open Farm Day?
Right, well, actually it's tomorrow on the 27th.
Right.
Right, and my role is to basically make everyone feel comfortable, to facilitate the schools, to facilitate the adults, you know. There's a lot of things that will be happening. We have the kids zone, we have the petting zoo, we have patrons who are selling animal products and stuff like that. So my role is to make sure that all the hard work that we have been doing in the background, we come together tomorrow and make sure that the public enjoy it.
All right, really happy to hear that, Davlon. Now, mind you, I know Davlon outside of this space, yeah? And I know him as a very quiet individual. So to hear that Davlon will be you know, really bringing you all into that spirit of farming and that spirit of animals tomorrow. It's very exciting to hear. And I myself might just pass in just to see Davlon welcome me to the farm. Right. So how about you, Jamali? What is your role tomorrow?
Yes, so definitely, well, you know, I work with children on a regular basis.
Yes.
So I will be there within the children's corner, you know, and ensuring that all the students are engaged in various activities, you know, participating in all the games, answering questions, and just having a grand time.
Right. So I'm assuming that Jamali, though working with the toddlers, okay, so before we get there, Jamali, what are the age groups that are allowed to come to the open day on the farm?
All right, so the age groups that are welcome tomorrow, basically the event is for the general public, right? But obviously we'll have schools coming, you know, parents, teachers, etc., and anyone that just wants to come and experience the event, right? So with regards to schools, we have primary school students, right, from standard 1 to standard 5, and we also have a segment or a section rather for the ECC or preschoolers, right, where they'll be able to interact with some of the farm animals, so like piglets, ducks, and so forth. I don't want to give away too much because, you know, I want to keep it, you know, intriguing. I want people to come out and see what we have to offer tomorrow.
All right. And what are some of, and now you mentioned seeing the ducks and seeing the pigs. I'm assuming that we can't touch the animals.
Of course,
we can't touch the animals. So that brings us to my next question for you all.
Yes.
What activities can we look forward to on a whole at the farm tomorrow?
Right. Well, we have a lot of we have something. One of the highlights for tomorrow is the petting zoo.
Yeah.
Right. It's a barn area where you could go into a special room and touch the animals. The smaller animals we are bringing down from the farm, so you can interact with the sheep, the goats, the rabbits, those stuff. You could interact with them. We also have some small games and stuff to play in the kids zone, the children corner as well. We have the wildlife unit as well. There are some prizes for the biggest school that is there. We have some rabbit hutches to give away, some chicken coops to give away. So it promises to be something that will be exciting and one to remember, one for the books.
All right.
Yes, we're going to put this one in the books.
I think this one is definitely for the books because I heard you mention the type of prizes that would be won.
Yeah.
And it's not the typical, you know, you go to a little fun fair and you walk away with a stuffed animal. I hear in chicken coop.
Yeah.
And I hear that tray where you put your plants in to start growing first before you transplant them into the ground. Would you be giving that as a prize?
It can be possible once there's a desire for it.
Right.
You know,
so I think I'm desiring that tray. So I would like you all to add that to the prizes.
And I must say that our workers on the farm have been working tirelessly, especially today. They've been working extremely hard. So we want to give them that props as well. So tomorrow is a day of to exhale after all the hard work and to see what we at the Division of Food Security and Natural Resources and Environment have been doing, and to show the public that agriculture is still alive in Tobago. And our farm aim is really to show persons what agriculture is about, the practices to do, how the animals are supposed to look, and to get us starting. So if you want to get even after the open day, you want to come at Hope Farm to get a goat, a cow, something to start off your farm, to get the education as well. That's what it really is about. So tomorrow is just a celebration, but the main purpose is to really help farmers to see the groundwork of how to start their farming enterprise.
All right.
That is what we want to do here at Hope Farm.
Okay, so this is a yes or no. Of course, I think the answer is yes, but I'm still going to ask anyway. Is this a way to educate the public about agriculture on a whole? Because you did mention farmers would get to see how things are supposed to actually look on the farm. So would you say that this is an educational venture?
Definitely.
Happy that your question is yes. What exactly would you be educating the young ones about? Because, you know, the older folks, we know what we have an idea of what planting looks like, of what a goat or sheep may look like. Mind you, some farmers really need to work upon feeding their sheep and their goats. I'm seeing ribs on the roadside, but I'm not going to talk about it, right? But what could you tell the students, how could you encourage them to be a part of the agricultural journey here in Tobago, especially about the type of Tobago that we are being geared towards agriculture itself?
Well, to start with, beside the petting zoo, we also have the animal health unit that will be there presently. Yeah. So they will do more on the medication and the vitamin side, and they also will be participating in live demonstration on larger animals of different things like hoof trimming, checking the sex on rabbits and those kind of stuff. So there will be live demonstration for the older ones, the actual farming public, to see hands-on stuff and ask questions, interact with the vets and stuff about their animals that they may have presently. So we have the petting zoo and the kids zone to pick their interest. Yeah. And then for the older ones, we have actual demonstrations to get the hands-on of what it deals with.
So I'm taking a glance at the flyer in front of me, and there is something that has just piqued my interest. Mind you, I took a look at the flyer before, but I'm hearing about, you know, the practical aspects of these activities, and I'm really very much interested in this Hope Farm Open Day. I'm a foodie. You can see it on my face, right? My cheeks are really big. That's because I need to curb my love of food a little bit. Yeah, but I'm seeing a staff cooking competition.
Wow.
Yes.
Davlon, are you a part of that?
I'll be facilitating everything around, but I will not be in the kitchen. You know, this is something that persons are looking forward to. These are all the sections in the division. We have Louisdor, we have Hope Farm, we have Tractor Pool. Different sections we coming together for that cooking competition. Yeah. It is a highly anticipated event because it's food.
Of course.
And who doing it the best, and the pickong and that, the camaraderie, it promises to be something that will be amazing. That will be one of the highlights for tomorrow.
Right.
Right? Tomorrow as well, the general public loves to get eggs.
Right.
And that is something that we'll be selling as well. We'll be selling sheep, we'll be selling some ducks, pigs, and rabbits. Right? This World John will go through some of the sale policies because there are rules. When people hear things to sell and eggs, it get chaotic. So she's going to go through the rules, the sale policies, so that the public can know. And then they say, well, they didn't tell me this, they didn't say that, and that kind of stuff. So we're going to go through the protocol for tomorrow.
For viewers' interest as well, could you kindly highlight some of those prices? They may be personal. It may be personal to me, but for the viewers especially.
Yes, so definitely, right? So tomorrow, as expected, we will be having animals on sale, eggs as well. So for the farmers, registered farmers please remember to work with your farmer's registration ID or any form of documentation to prove that you are a registered farmer. Eggs will be sold primarily at 2 dozen per person, $7 each. We have also for the general public as well, we have X layers on sale for per person, $22 each. Rabbits as well, we have, those are for registered farmers, rabbits, ducks, sheep, right, would also be for registered farmers. We are also asking that the registered farmers work with their carriers to remove the animals immediately, right? And please note, for the pigs, whether fatteners or weaners, we are asking you to collect between Monday, December the 1st and Friday, between the hours of 9 and 2 p.m. Right?
So you're saying if I don't have a farmer's badge, I cannot get my own sheep?
No. The sheep is for the farmers, right?
Because what we want to encourage is farmers. A lot of people buy animals and they cook it on Sunday. You know? So we want to enjoy. we want to ensure the longevity of the animals,
right?
And then you multiply, and then you could eat. You know.
Okay.
We want to also encourage that one farmer per batch.
Yeah.
And one farmer by one animal. Okay. So you're not going to come with one batch and buy a sheep, a duck, a pig, and carry home the whole farm.
Right.
We're saying one farmer, one animal.
Okay.
What everybody can buy is one animal, and then you could get X layers as well. You could buy one animal and eggs as well. But in the animal category, one farmer, one animal.
Right.
One farmer, one animal.
He's really stressing
yes,
on
because it gets hectic at times, and they think that, you bring your mother, father, brother, and your sister, and the whole family work with you know. So we want to encourage everybody could enjoy it, and then after the event, we could have a strategic plan where we could have more animals sold to different persons. It's just a sample of what we do at Hope Farm.
Okay. All right. So we want to thank you all so much for being with us here this morning on Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates. Of course, we are speaking with Mr. Davlon Braffett. That is the Agricultural Assistant 1 for the Hope Farm, and of course Miss Jamali Waldron, Technical Field Assistant. We want to thank you so much for being with us here this morning. I think in my little session I have learned a lot about what you all have to offer, especially that I'm not a farmer, so I can't get a sheep tomorrow, but however you all are engaging for the 3rd time in a row the Hope Farm Open Day, and I want to just I'm wishing you Godspeed in this venture. I think it's a very good one, a very educational one, especially for the students out there who may want to get into agriculture and may not know exactly what they're getting into, right? So to those of you who are planning to go to this Hope Farm Open Day tomorrow, I just want to give you all the details in case you all would have missed it. It takes place on the 27th of November, that is tomorrow, Thursday, at the Hope Farm from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can look forward to livestock for sale, that is to farmers, of course. Farm fresh eggs for sale, $7 for 2 dozens. You can't get that deal anywhere else. Petting zoo and kids zone, staff cooking competition, and greasy pole and greasy pig competitions. So come one, come all to the Hope Farm Open Day. Thank you so much once again for joining us, Davlon. Yes, you could put in your last piece.
One error, we have $7 per dozen. Not seven. Yes, per dozen, not 7 for 2. But
still, you cannot get that deal anywhere else, right? But thank you so much for correcting me. Please walk with your $14 if you have to get 2 crates of eggs to go home. All right? Okay, thank you so much for joining us, Davlon, Jamali. Always a pleasure having you on Tobago Updates. Viewers, we have a lot more in store for you. So before we go, I just encourage you to share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
Tobago! You also have an equal chance of winning the brand new ride for Christmas in a 3-car raffle organized on behalf of Queen's Royal College.
I want a piece of pork. I want a piece of pork from the Christmas.
First prize is a luxurious, fully loaded Royal Ride Ford Ranger. Draw date Saturday, December 20th at the school. Tickets only $100. All proceeds for the further uplifting of the school. Tickets available from islandetickets.com. Stumpy's Emporium Canaan, Cad Supermarket Lowlands, Terry Brown Supermarket Mount Pleasant, Pablo Supermarket Argyle, Miles Almondos and Company Limited Scarborough, Yachts Marketing, TB Mart Bonaccord, Cost Cutters, Sharon Bookstores Lowlands, Police Credit Union, Caribbean Jewelers Lowlands. For more info, call the college at 622-1671 or the hotline at 491-1802. Queen's Royal College Christmas 3-car raffle.
Who said the elderly can't have fun too? We're talking good food, proper music, lots of games, and a day at the beach they will never forget. From the time we left the compound at Heavenly Care Home for the Elderly, the vibe was already established. Wheels up and seatbelts on. Watch now, when we touched down in Pigeon Point, everybody was ready for excitement. But before anything could take place, we had to secure bellies. You ever play bingo by the beachside? Well, that was the first activity on the roster, and boy did these seniors have fun. However, others wanted something more physical, so we brought out the ring toss, and not even arthritis could have stopped them. Well, I was blown away at how straight these people were. Are you sure this is a home for the elderly? Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, but nothing beats the song of Good Steel Pan by the shores while we take a dip in Tobago's finest water. Wait, more food again? This is my type of event. The energy was amazing and nothing short of a blessing. Pick up Heavenly Care Home for the Elderly, because joy doesn't retire, laughter doesn't age, and memories like these last forever.
To a stranger,
Sunday, November 30th at 6 p.m. Join Bishop Terence Baines and the Tobago Gospel Promoters as they present In Response to Jamaica From the Heart, a powerful benefit concert at the Shore Park Food Hub. Jamaica has been hit hard by Hurricane Melissa. Homes destroyed, lives uprooted, and families in despair need of support. But together, we can help rebuild what was lost. Experience uplifting performances by Trisha Bukaj Asubas, Jada George, Kashif Wilson, Axis, Donnell Joe, Gabby Williams, Terence Baines, Prosperous Rebuild, and many more. All performances will be auctioned. So come prepared to give, to share, and to make a real difference. Every dollar, every act of kindness counts. Let's stand together, Tobago, unite in love, faith, and purpose, and give from the heart. It's all happening Sunday, November 30th at 6 p.m. Shore Park Food Hub, Tobago. Stand tall for Jamaica.
Thank you. Lord, I thank you.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning and welcome back to Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates Morning Show. You're viewing us here live in Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago. This morning, we heard about in the news that it's quite a political season. The political climate is quite heating up, but we want to take it down a notch to Youth Parliament 2025. This morning we'll be discussing with Mr. Delano Jofield, who won the top debater in that youth debate just recently. So we have him on virtually with us this morning, and I just want to say a special good morning to you, Mr. Delano.
Hi, good morning, Dwayne. Good morning, Tobago Updates. Good morning, Tobago, and good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. You hear me clearly, right?
Yes. I don't understand why you're not here, but
I'm in Trinidad.
I presume that you're still in Trinidad.
Yeah.
But it's good. I mean, you have been quite prominent in youth debates. From since I knew you. You've been quite prominent. How has this journey led to this one?
So fun fact. This was not the first time I would have been asked to be a part of the National Youth Debate. So as you said before, I would have been a part of the Tobago Day debate some years ago in the Assembly Legislature, and then went on to serve as the youth speaker for the Tobago Youth Assembly. That was a term of 1 year. That was 2020 to 2021, or either 2021, 2022. I can't remember exactly. But this experience was a bit different. I think this being the fourth year that I would have been asked to participate, I said, you know what, Delano, there's no coincidence that you're being asked fourth year in a row to represent Tobago. It was different organizations, this time being the Tobago Youth Council in the youth. So I tried my hand with it, and I went in very humbly, not necessarily wanting like the big positions or wanting to be in the race to be in the top three, debaters or any special awards. If you talk to many of my colleagues from the Youth Parliament cohort 2025, they would tell you the same thing. And I just wanted to learn more about our national parliament because I know a lot about the Tobago House of Assembly, and just have the opportunity to add my contribution, a meaningful contribution to the national discourse, especially on the topic of cyberbullying, which is something very seriously plaguing our society, especially since the onset of technology. So for me, this has been an eye-opening experience. It has been a rewarding experience. And yeah, I would encourage anybody to really get on board and jump on, whether it be the National Youth Parliament or the Tobago Youth Assembly, something that we haven't had for a while. So I'm hoping I'm putting in a plug here for the Assembly Legislature. Let's start that back up again, and let's nurture and help to develop the next, not just the next crop of politicians, but the next game changers in Tobago and Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh yes. And as we were talking about the next, is this foreshadowing for something greater for you? I see a smirk. We've seen you on other platforms as well. I would not mention, but it's good to see young people, put themselves forward, in such a light, because it shows youth development. It shows that you're given a fair opportunity, just as the older folks, just as those who might have a master's or a doctorate or even an undergraduate studies. So that's a good thing. But I want to find out a little bit more about you and what you're currently doing. Do you have any current pursuits? Are you going to school? Are you studying law? Are you studying political science? What is this foreshadowing saying?
Okay. So at this time, I am currently employed and going to school at the University of the West Indies part-time, where I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's in communications, and I'm also doing IR-related courses to declare my minor in IR. And I am also well engaged in the youth space, so I'm a part of the Tobago Youth Council. Good. I'm also the Tobago delegate for the Commonwealth Youth Assembly and so on. Right now, I think it's just about self-development, educationally, and holistically too, because apart from education, where I, with my job spec, I am able to, or what I really do is impact lives, community development, so young men, young women, and young children. So I'm able to develop young lives and so on. In the future, I see a career in diplomacy and advocacy and ambassadorship. That's the end goal. But yes, there is a desire to also represent at the national level, even in Tobago, in representational politics, but that is all up to the will of God and the will of the people when that time comes. But right now, my focus is really and truly on developing myself so that should I be given the opportunity, I can represent in the best way possible.
That's really good.
It's funny as well, because I had an interview last night on, it was 106.5, Freedom 106.5, and they asked me the same question. I'm like, why do people like to put young people on the spot with this question? But I guess it's good to know. And it's good for us to put it out in the open.
Yes. And congratulations to you, and congratulations to you in advance as well. The Youth Parliament 2025, you were among several young persons like yourself. What was that experience like? And the topic of cyberbullying, right? What resonated most with you during this experience?
All right. The experience, first and foremost, as I said, I went in humbly. So it was good to hear the different perspectives of a lot of the young persons, both in the debate and when we had our mock debates and when we had the various trainings and so on. It opened up my eyes to a Trinidadian perspective on a lot of things as well too. Because although we are one nation, we have different cultures, and because of that, it shapes our perspective on different things. As it pertains to, you asked me our next question.
What part of this cyberbullying topic or the debate resonated most with you?
Cyberbullying. I think for me, although I was on the side of the government, I did agree that I do agree, I should say, that we are in need of some legislation to deal with cyberbullying. I think that stood out to me the most, hearing all the contributions both from the government and the opposition from the government side of the various provisions that we have in place right now to deal with cyberbullying, although it's not necessarily outlined in some of the legislation that we have that they deal with cyberbullying. They are currently being used to tackle instances of cyberbullying. But it also opened my eyes to value the contribution of young people to what is really needed, because this issue is a really important issue in this society right now. Surprisingly as well, somebody would have made mention to me that while we were debating, I think there was on the YouTube link some cyberbullying taking place. So it further calls for action in bringing proper legislation and policies, data-driven that is, so that we can curb this scourge of cyberbullying that is so plaguing our nation and the world at this time.
All right. So, Mr. Delano, they only gave me but a short time to discuss with you, but I want to leave the rest of the moment, the couple seconds that we have, to impart some encouragement and knowledge to upcoming young persons who might be so poised like yourself to get into youth debate and to the youth representation and development.
All right. I know we oftentimes hear the youth the future, but the future is now, guys. We are at the age, we are at this stage where we need to start charting our own development. And I think it is no secret that politics at this time has a shape that we don't, or a form that we all don't agree with, no matter what side of the political divide that you fall on. And I think the change that we want to see starts with us. And that is one of the reasons why I take part in programs like this, and I do the things that I do as it pertains to youth development, both on the island of Trinidad and Tobago, both on the islands of Trinidad and Tobago regionally, and by God's grace in the future. Well, I did nationally, internationally as well when I represented the UN, but furthering that as well. It's to ensure that when it comes to the future of politics, the future of policy making, and the direction and governance of Trinidad and Tobago, that we have a crop of young people who understand the importance, who started the journey from young and made that decision in my formative years, and while I develop, I'm going to make it my duty to learn, to grow, to be at a stage where when that time comes, I'm able to properly represent when I put myself up, and not just, be pulled out of a hat from nowhere and be placed there. I'm trying to dim anybody's light who didn't have political aspirations and just jump in at a time, because at the end of the day, once that is for you and God set that for you, then it is for you and you will do well. But it helps to have people who know for a fact that this is what they want to do, and to prepare themselves and are well equipped so that when they get there, they do the right things. So to all the young people, take advantage of all these opportunities. In my cohort, they were, apart from myself, who accustomed to things like this, although the youth parliament was a different experience, I will say. And had we had more time, I would have gone in, but that's okay. I'm sure Dwayne would advocate for me to come back at another time. But there were a lot of persons who, this was their first time debating, and this was their first time speaking. When they first started, they were so shy and mumbling, and many of them you couldn't tell on the debate day, that was Monday gone, that they are the same people. It's a transformational initiative. It helps you with your holistic development. And also, when you start in this business, really and truly, when you start in the development business, the nation business, the patriotic business, you really don't stop. You only move on and get higher and higher and higher from there. And when everybody comes in with their little piece, it makes the whole of Trinidad and Tobago a better place.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Joe Field. Guys, this is Jelano Joe Field, top youth debater in the National Youth Parliament 2025. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
All the best in all your strides, and all the best in your studies and your endeavors. Thank you for joining us on Tobago Update this morning. Guys, we want to take a break and we'll be right back. But just remember to share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back. Tobago! You also have an equal chance of winning the brand new ride for Christmas in a 3-car raffle organized on behalf of Queen's Royal College.
I want a piece of pot. I want a piece of pot from me Christmas.
First prize is a luxurious, fully loaded Royal Ride Ford Ranger. Draw a date Saturday, December 20th at the school. Tickets only $100. All proceeds for the further uplifting of the school. Tickets available from islandetickets.com. Stumpy's Emporium Canaan, Cad Supermarket Lowlands, Terry Brown Supermarket Mount Pleasant, Pablo Supermarket Argyle, Miles Almondos and Company Limited Scarborough, Yachts Marketing, TB Mart Bon Accord, Cost Cutters, Sharon Bookstores Lowlands, Police Credit Union Union, Caribbean Jewelers Lowlands. For more info, call the college at 622-1671 or the hotline at 491-1802. Queens Royal College Christmas 3-car raffle.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning.
Safari. They can't contain we in no Emperor Valley. We are the greatest thing since Muhammad Ali. From Trinity to Congo, we taking the world. No carnival this year, let's dance in the jungle. And as a lion, we ain't moving too humble. This wilderness out here is pure rough and tumble. Ready to rumble, we taking the world. This is the sweetest place. We calling the human race to come together and celebrate as one. This year we going wild. In Tobago jungle style, sweetness of our island in the sun. We knocking on every door, the people asking for more. The world will hear us roar.
Welcome back to Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates, and of course welcome to our last interview for the morning. We had a great morning this morning, and of course we have to finish it on a banger, I would say, right? Of course, you hear it here at Tobago Updates first, especially when there is a new talent on the horizon. And of course, we are speaking with this morning Turnell John. But let me tell you, this morning he is not Turnell John. He is here as TJ Maxx. Good morning to you, Mr. TJ Maxx.
Good morning, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Now, you know, I have a lot of questions, right? Whenever artists they venture into the music industry, you want to know exactly why choose this genre of music, what inspired you going into the soca industry. So what did inspire you?
Well, first and foremost, good morning each and everyone. What inspired me, I think basically I grew up in a singing family, so singing was something that I did on a regular. Prior to this, I would have been doing a bit of MCing. So I'm familiar with that type of atmosphere. I did some soca parang prior to this, and jumping into the industry just this year, I believe around mid-August. What inspired me is that I was collaborating with a good friend of mine. His name is Nigel Rojas, the lead singer for Orange Sky, and he said, "TJ, I have something I'm working on. Let's collaborate." And we just jumped right in, went to the studio, came up with this good concept, kept it nice and PG, you know. And as you would see, for those of you who have the opportunity to listen to the song and see the video, you'll see that, you know, I think we nailed it.
Nailed it, you did. And I'm really happy to hear that, you know, you have that sort of creative mind so that, you know, there is a bit of diversity in what you bring across to your audiences. You sound very excited to do so, and I'm very happy for you, and I congratulate you in this regard. So what would be next for TJ Maxx? We're seeing this video here being played in a few shots. So what would be next for TJ Maxx in terms of song selection and lyrics?
Well, you know, I'm like you just used the word, I'm a bit diverse. So I think whatever comes my way that would be, I mean, fulfilling, because you got to do what you like.
Yeah.
So I'm at a point where, like I said, I sang 2 soca parangs before. I didn't want to be a one-song wonder, as most would be.
Yeah.
I did something, my throat dry, and then I did Dancing Man, and now I'm doing Wild. So where would I be next year, next week? It's hard to say, but I'll be somewhere. It could be reggae, it could be gospel, it could be acting. Who knows? I might run for president.
So you're saying it's are you soca artists, as in we'll look forward to gospel soca or gospel reggae, or is it that, you know, we're looking forward to TJ Maxx being diverse across genres, so that we're hearing soca this year and we may hear reggae next year and stuff like that?
Absolutely. I'm not going to nail it down. Listen, at the end of the day, what I'm doing here is having fun.
Yeah.
Like I said, do something that you like and it's going to last forever. So that's what I'm basically doing. Like I said, there's so many different compartments in this industry. You don't necessarily have to be a one-tracker where you just do soca. You know, you do a little pan music. Well, this song is what you call a power.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of, you know, energy. Oh my God. Believe me when I said, it took me by surprise. I'm no spring chicken, you know, but I've been working out, and the song helps me because it's a song full of energy. I have a lot of clients and so forth that use it as spin classes in their gym workout.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's heading in the right direction. What I really like about it, or love about it, is that it's rated PG. I mean, if you look at the video, you'll see where you can sit down with your grandkids and look at it. There's nothing out of the box. The music is clean, straightforward, patriotic. I mean, I think we nailed it, like I said.
All right. Yes, and I must agree with you when you say that there was a lot of energy in that video. I think in one session of the video, you were actually running from tigers and lions. But I mean, you know, as you said, you were having fun, and I'm happy that, you know, just as you were able to work out to this music while doing the music video, a lot of people are able to use it at the gym for that high-powered kind of training session, yeah?
Yes.
So I want to get into this small segment. You know, it's just really one or two questions just to get to know the artists behind the song, right? And you are TJ Maxx. So what inspired the name?
Well, as you said earlier, my name is Turnell John. That's my government name, as you would say. And for many years, while I was living abroad, I lived in Brooklyn for some years, and that was an easier way for me to explain my name because of the pronunciation. They would call me Terrell, Tonnell. So I just said, you know what, TJ, and I've been using that name for almost 25 years. So, and then yes, there's an association with that brand, TJ Maxx, but I'm TJ Maxx with one X. So it separates me from the clothing brand. So when you search in searching for me, one word, TJ Maxx, and as an endorsement, you just put Wild, and you'll see my listing of music coming up very easily. All my handles at the bottom of the YouTube video, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, Manager, everybody's right there.
All right. So you gave us the TJ part of it. What about the Max? I mean,
well, I would think, you know what it is? It's maximum performance.
Yeah.
When I go on the stage, I would definitely bring down the house. I'm not going to hesitate. I am that guy you would invite to your Christmas party or your line, because as I come in, the place mash up.
All right. All right, so we're happy to hear that we have a high energy performer now on the stage to bring you those high energy performances. But before we go, I just want to ask Mr. TJ Maxx, who is Mr. TJ Maxx? Who is TJ Maxx? How did you get to this point of being a soca artist? And what encouragement could you give to the younger generation who may be wanting to get into this part of the music industry?
Well, what advice I would give, or what I tend to do is give my opinion, because sometimes the best advice is your own advice.
Yeah.
So what I tend to do is like, I would encourage everybody, because for example, I mean, like I said, I'm 54, young. And basically what it is that most may say, why now, TJ? And I say, why not? So there's no expiration on when you want to do something. Just go ahead and do it. Have fun with it. And I would say if you're a young artist coming up, or if you're an older person that want to get into the field, feel free to jump in. There's a lot of room. Just create your niche and drive right in. Some of us hit, some of us miss. But I think you wouldn't miss if you like what you did and you're satisfied, because at the end of the day, you got to please yourself. You know,
Right.
It's all about you and how you feel.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
Right,
what
so-
I would say.
And then, you know, some of us may be wondering, let me just put that in there. No, this is not coming as a hit on Mr. TJ Maxx.
No, it shouldn't.
But we're hearing that twang in the accent, and you're wondering, how did Mr. TJ Maxx end up into the soca industry? And he has this American sounding twang. Mr. TJ Maxx, what happened there?
All right, so again, you see, sometimes what we have to look at things is like this. In my opinion, yes, I lived in the U.S. for some studied. I had a beautiful family out there. But keep in mind, when we leave here, it's not necessarily to leave. But guess what? I've always taken the culture with me. I've traveled to South Africa. I've taken it there, Japan, Hong Kong. Anywhere that I go, I always represent Trinidad. So sometimes it's not a bad thing having a little accent. But let me see if I could change up the accent. I can't really, it's in me. So but I appreciate you noticing that. But it's all meant to say simply this, that wherever I'm at, I take the pan, I take the culture, I mean, you see some of my videos and stuff like that. When I travel, I always have the flag with me. So yeah, I'm one of those guys that I'm not here, but I'm here again, and I'm here to stay.
Right.
All right?
Yeah, I love that. So I think we have a lot of advice here for Mr. TJ Maxx to take throughout our day. Of course, we want to congratulate him on the journey that he's made thus far. He came from Brooklyn, but he is a man of the soil, coming from St. James in Trinidad to bring you lovely music, that vibrant kind of music, that music that when you step on the treadmill, you don't want to come off because the song isn't finished as yet. Yeah. So we just want to thank Mr. TJ Maxx for being with us here this morning. All right, before we go, of course, I want to give you a sample of that song. We heard a little bit of it coming from that music video, but of course we have the artist in studio, so I'm gonna hand it over to Mr. Max. And of course, before I go, because I want this song to be the last thing that you hear to take through your day, him being that person who says not why not, but he just why not do it? You know, that's the type of person that he is, smiling while he still has teeth, walking while he still has the legs. Yeah. I just want to give you that encouragement for the day through his song. But before I go, I just want to remind you that we have a lot more in store on Tobago Updates this morning with Miss Renessa Ortiz for GMT, right? And before I go, I just want to encourage you to share the live, share the live, share the live. Over to Mr. TJ Maxx.
Thank you. So where do I start? Do we have a background singers or anything like that? Okay.
I mean, we had to work with what we have.
All right, you're going to work with what you have.
Staying seated, right?
Yes.
So we're giving...
No, it's a freestyle.
No, we're freestyling, a cappella. Let's go.
The carnival is here is not a safari. They can't continue in no Emperor Valley. We are the greatest thing since Muhammad Ali. From Trinidad to Congo, we taking the world. No carnival is here, let's dance in the jungle. And as a lion, we ain't moving too humble. This wilderness out here is pure rough and tumble. Ready to rumble, we taking the world. This is the sweetest place, we calling the human race. So come together and celebrate as one. This year we going wild in Tobago jungle style. The sweetness of our island in the sun. We knocking on every door. The people asking for more. The world will hear us roar. Trini gone wild. Open up the cage. Let we cross the stage like an animal. We gone wild in a jungle carnival. Yeah, Tobago gone wild. Nothing can hold me back in my habitat. It's a natural fact. We gone wild, partying like animals. Thank you.
Stop in traffic. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. The carnival this year is not a petting zoo. Take up my leash and Nelly, I'll be petting you. Come on my cape and road to every fetting crew. From Kenya to Japan, we taking the world. The carnival this year is not a safari. They can't contain me in no Emperor Valley. We are the greatest things since Muhammad Ali. From London to Lagos, we taking the world. This is the sweetest place we call.
Yo, fellas, what's going on? Yo, whoops. We're looking confused, so.
Boy, got people up on my second soul, boy.
Dog, you remember that girl that I met from when I went summer vacation to New York?
Boy, girl, you want to make the world go wrong, boy. What you doing, boy?
I'm not fake for that, boy. When I talk about girl, let me talk to you, brothers, yeah.
Dog, but right. She don't message me and asking me why like in Tobago, like, how is it to be Tobagonian?
Right, that plenty. That could mean anything, you know. It's better to Tobago.
That's true enough. But fellas, I have an idea.
You to get any shots from?
And Tobagonians, we love with sports.
Hey, yo, we got Jason Baptiste and Joshua James.
And Tobagonians, we love football too.
Aye! Shoot. We love to serve basketball too.
Can't be Tobagonian without having local food and drink. Whether that be coconut, snow cone, sauce. Can't forget doubles.
So, here are the Bush Boardwalk. It's a great place for an afternoon stroll and picture with family.
For King George, a great place to take photos with family and a great reminder of our past. Alright guys, did we get everything?
Yeah, we talked about the sports, the food, the boardwalk. What else we really need, What else we need?
Nah, but on a real thing now, fellas, on a real thing. Tobago isn't just about the places, it's about the people too. It's an island, 50-something thousand strong.
Exactly, yeah.
We had a talk to the people about what Tobago is. What's it like to be a Tobagonian?
Being Tobagonian is...
Being a Tobagonian is...
To be a Tobagonian is...
It's peaceful.
mainly about enjoying the scenic routes.
Relax. Sometimes it's slow going, it's easy going. The people are just friendly.
The food very nice, the people nice.
Like as a Tobagonian, as an artist specifically, I kind of feel connected to the sea in a way that I feel like not a lot of people outside of an island can be connected to.
Especially the beaches after night.
Pretty chill, pretty laid back.
A place where everything moves slowly, everything is able to develop at a normal pace.
Go about your business as normal.
See, all of us like from Tobago, and it's something that you can't exactly get taken away from you. It's innate to being from here.
No crimes, barely any people doing bad things, right? We barely have thief in this place here too.
Yeah. Just cool, quiet.
Yeah.
Easy going. Not too much hard. Right.
And yeah, it's just perfect. All right. We have everything now, right? Surely. Yeah, I think so. We get the sports, we get the food.
We have everything. We went by some beach.
Yeah, we even talk to the people and all sorts.
Yeah, we interview how to make snow cones and stuff, even coconut.
Doubles. All them places. We even at the fort right now.
Yeah, you're at the fort right now.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, man.
Very nice out here. Yeah. But wait, I forget one thing.
Cool.
You text the girl. You text the girl back? Oh shit! Look at that.
You're viewing Tobago Updates Television, your exclusive gateway to Tobago, broadcasting the beauty of this island paradise to the world.
Good morning to all our viewers worldwide. I am your host, Renessa Ortiz, and welcome to yet another edition of Good Morning Tobago. This morning we have such a dynamic lineup for you, ranging from culinary artistry to agricultural transformation and even a little sunset magic on the water. Our first interview is Mr. Sean McCoon talking about Tobago Agritech Summit. Good morning, Mr. McCoon, and welcome.
Good morning, Ms. Ortiz. Pleasure to be here.
It's always good to have you in studio. No, you're a familiar face to the Tobago Updates family. Now, Sean, what inspired the Tobago Agritech Innovation Summit, and why was 2025 chosen as the year to launch it?
Right. So actually, the Tobago Agritech Summit had its first installation last year in 2024. This year is the second installment, and we're focusing on our theme, which is a journey to sustainability and food security. One of the things that really drove and inspired the need for this forum and this summit is to really bring to bear Tobago's role in the regional space and the national construct in food security, and also to really shine a light on the importance of our natural environment and all of the things related to it. You have farming, you have fisheries, you have climate resilience, and you have agricultural practices, etc.
Now, you just mentioned climate resilience. Now, I want to know, how does embracing the agritech help Tobago strengthen its food security and the climate resilience that you just spoke about?
Right. So one of the hosts, or the key host agency through the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development, is the Tobago Agritech Services Limited, which is TAGS. And their mandate, through their mandate, you have bridging that gap between the use of technology in agriculture and agricultural services for the island. Through this summit, we have important discussions, breakout sessions, as well as many rooms that will focus primarily on how to go about bridging the gap between use of technology in agriculture, agricultural practices, as well as sustainable ways in using climate smart technology for food production.
And it is really interesting because we are talking about the SDGs and ensuring that we are aligned with some of these SDGs and ensuring that this is implemented in the Tobago space, especially in the agricultural sector, gives us that edge, gives us that opportunity to really branch out and be able to market ourselves on a regional scale and maybe even internationally. Now, attendees will be exposed to topics such as the shade house farming, sustainable honey production, composting, and seed banking. I want to know which of these innovations are you most excited about and why?
I am particularly excited on the shade house farming and even some of these things on honey production, etc. Reason being is that you can now develop new products, goods and services from right here within the Tobago space that are export worthy, that can actually look at markets regionally, that can look at markets internationally. And when it is we have goods, products and services from that are nature-based or come from the agricultural sector, you now find that we are tapping into resources or green spaces, etc., and also natural resources with a view of bringing much needed revenue and bringing much needed investment to the island. So from that angle, there is a significant amount of value added to this space through this forum, and really, again, shining a light on the importance of tapping into the agricultural sector, blending and fusing things with the technological realm and technological advancements that the world is embracing, and also becoming more climate resilient and utilizing that climate change adaptation mechanism for which the world is moving in a direction.
All of this sounds very exciting. Now, I know over the years, the giant African snail has been something that has been pesting farmers. Now, I want to know, why was it so important that the giant African snail management was something that you all included within this entire summit? Why was it so important that you all ensured that this was part of the summit this year?
Right. So in the planning and execution of this year's summit, we thought that we needed to also highlight the fact that pest management and pest control is quite important. Reason being, it is a problem plaguing the island, especially in the west of the island and southwest. And it is in fact something that farmers and people who are agricultural practitioners have to treat with on a daily basis. So you would find that if it is we enable people to know what the mechanisms of prevention are, and we know how pest control can go, and we have all of the necessary information, it can also assist within the national space in coming up with useful tools and mechanisms, and, you know, inspire further discussion on how we can come up with methods to remedy the problem, or if not, effective control of it. So that is why it was actually included this year, because pest control and pest management is something that we must look at with a view of ensuring that our farmers and their crops and what it is they're producing is protected.
Awesome. That is really good to hear. Now, the cocoa and the coconut have deep cultural roots here in Tobago. How does the summit plan to modernize and sustain these industries for future generations?
Right. So through the summit, what you would find is that many discussions, as you said, on cocoa and coconut production. Cocoa production runs deep. As you said, it actually has cultural roots, based on cultural roots and cultural heritage right here in Tobago. And we are no stranger to cocoa products, right? I think in 2022, an expedition was led to Grenada, and from that, many takeaways were had, which looked at scaling up the downstream economic activities that can be had through the cocoa production as well as coconut. You have other downstream economic activities. So one of the things that we wanted to highlight was the value-added products that can come from these two things, cocoa and coconut, and repurposing, you know, existing lands, repurposing state lands, and repurposing estates, and also other areas that were, you know, once previously known as cocoa estates, with, you know, existing land space that can facilitate that sort of production and benefit the island and benefit the national construct in the long run.
Awesome, great. So now many farmers rely on traditional wisdom in the ways that they cultivate their crops, how they go about tending to them. How does the summit plan to bridge the traditional methods with modern technologies without disregarding the heritage practices?
Right. So, the wisdom of the elders is a blessed thing,
Mhm.
and you cannot discard their wisdom. Certainly, through this summit, what we're aiming to do and what we're aiming to achieve as well is take the traditional methodologies and show how it actually assists with that intersection point or having a vibrant agricultural industry and a productive agricultural industry by really finding that intersection point between the traditional methods of farming and the methods of old with the technology. So there is actually a lot of value with the traditional farming, and there is a lot of value that can be had. Yes, some of the things you would have to regulate depending on the location that you're doing a particular crop, on the type of crop that you're doing, and the type of soil, etc. But generally speaking, there is a need for that, and this forum seeks to really bridge that gap effectively.
And it's always interesting to see how the new and the old comes together to ensure that we continue in the way of progress. Now, finally, how can the average Tobagonian, not just those in agriculture, benefit from a more technological, advanced, sustainable food system?
Right. So, food security and food sovereignty is one of the pillars of any developing society or developing state. And when Tobago becomes more climate resilient, it actually contributes to how well organized our food systems and our food production systems would become. I see this as the way of the future. It gives Tobago a great opportunity to really become a standard bearer in terms of utilizing technology and bridging that gap, as I said before, the old and the new, and finding a mechanism whereby we can put all of our resources together, put all our expertise, because you have people from a number of various walks of life that are into agriculture, that are into farming, that are into crop production. And because of that, you need to find a way to include the technology in that. So when it is people look at Tobago, they see a wonderful glowing example of what a small island developing state can achieve with climate smart agriculture, with climate resilient food production systems. So indeed, Tobago is well poised through this summit. And, we will get there step by step, and it's a step in the right direction. Certainly, I am quite pleased to be part of this initiative for the second year, 2025. And we look forward to welcoming you and, of course, members of the media to, see what we are doing. We have some lovely exhibitors from Trinidad. We have some from right here in Tobago. We have the special purpose companies under the Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development displaying. You have TADCO, you have TAGS, you have TARI, you have Tobago Reforestation, which I'm very proud to be the program manager of. So you have a number and a great spread of information that you can access. So certainly this Agritech Summit 2025 promises to be quite, exhilarating, if that is a fitting description.
Thank you so much, Sean, this morning for the incredible insights about our agriculture. Agriculture may be one of our oldest industries, but clearly its future is very bright here in Tobago. Thank you, Sean, for enlightening us. Coming up next, we lighten the mood just a bit and we go to talk about THTI's, their 4-series segment where they take us around the world. Stay tuned and we'll be right back.
We waiting so long, the people miss the bacchanal. Tobago. The countdown is on for Tobago Day 2025. From November 27th to December 6th, the island comes alive under the theme One Tobago, One People, One Destiny.
The celebration begins with the Tobago Torch Run, led by the Chief Secretary, Assemblymen, and our proud sporting groups.
Then, on November 28th, the THA Triathlon takes center stage. On November 29th, we all head to the Shore Park Recreational Grounds for the Tobago Games, Sports and Family Day, games we used to play from 6 p.m.
Join us on December 2nd for the Thanksgiving Harvest Service at the Shore Park Complex from 10 a.m.
Bring your Tobago produce, share your blessings, and celebrate community. Then, December 3rd and 4th, discover our roots on the Scarborough Heritage Bus Tours. 2 daily departures at 9 a.m. and 1 p.m.
On December 4th, witness excellence at the Tobago Day debate beginning at 10 a.m. at the Assembly Legislature.
And the Tobago Day Awards ceremony 7 p.m. at the Shore Park Complex.
And for the grand finale,
December 6th, the cultural concert and drone show lights up the Scarborough Esplanade from 7 p.m. It's all about Tobago Day 2025. One Tobago, one people, one destiny.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Tobago! You also have an equal chance of winning the brand new ride for Christmas in a 3-car raffle organized on behalf of Queen's Royal College.
I want a piece of pork. I want a piece of pork from the Christmas.
First prize is a luxurious, fully loaded Royal Ride Ford Ranger. Draw date Saturday, December 20th at the school. Tickets only $100. All proceeds for the further uplifting of the school. Tickets available from islandetickets.com. Stumpy's Emporium Canaan, Cad Supermarket Lowlands, Terry Brown Supermarket Mount Pleasant, Pablo Supermarket Argyle, Miles Almondos and Company Limited Scarborough, Yachts Marketing, TV Mart Bonaccord, Cost Cutters, Sharon Bookstores Lowlands, Police Credit Union, Caribbean Jewelers Lowlands. For more info, call the college at 622-1671 or the hotline at 491-1802. Queen's Royal College Christmas 3-car raffle.
Sunday, November 30th at 6 p.m. Join Bishop Terence Baines and the Tobago Gospel Promoters as they present In Response to Jamaica from the Heart, a powerful benefit concert at the Shore Park Food Hub. Jamaica has been hit hard by Hurricane Melissa. Homes destroyed, lives uprooted, and families in despair need of support. But together, we can help rebuild what was lost. Experience uplifting performances by Trisha Bukaj Asubas, Jada George, Kashif Wilson, Axis, Donnell Joe, Gabby Williams, Terence Baines, Prosperous Rebuild, and many more. All performances will be auctioned. So come prepared to give, to share, and to make a real difference. Every dollar, every act of kindness counts. Let's stand together, Tobago, unite in love, faith, and purpose, and give from the heart. It's all happening Sunday, November 30th at 6 p.m. Shore Park Food Hub, Tobago. Stand tall for Jamaica.
Thank you. Lord, I thank you.
Hair goals, we've got them. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy for queens who know exactly what they want.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago.
Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago. We were just speaking about agricultural innovation and now we're shifting to culinary artistry. Joining me this morning is Chef Lecturer Virgis Lovelace and Head Student Chef Chrisani Henry. They are the visionaries behind 4 Cities, 1 Table, a Moonlight Soiree, an immersive dining event blending artistry, local flavors, and high-end culinary theater. Good morning and welcome to you both.
Good morning. Good morning.
Now, can you briefly introduce to us your roles at THTI, especially in relation to the student dinner series? I know it's packed with there was Spain,
yes,
and prior to that there was New Zealand, I believe.
Peru.
Was Peru, right?
Yes.
So now we're on to China.
Yes.
So just give us a bit of insight of what your role is, especially in this series.
Well, I am the executive chef of the upcoming China dinner, and as a second-year student, my role basically is to, indulge in all that I've learned throughout the semester and bring it into this dinner to ensure that, it's a successful event for customers.
And I'm Chef Virgis Lovelace, and I'm the lecturer in charge of the dinner. I'm here to oversee and ensure that everything that was taught throughout the last year and a half is done.
Now, for those tuning in for the first time, can you briefly highlight to them what is the THTI Student Dinner Series and what does it aim to accomplish?
Well, the dinners is designed to, we looked at countries, because firstly we look at food culture and how we eat and throughout the world globally. We look at global food and we try to encourage the students and encourage the participants throughout Tobago or the Caribbean to indulge in different types of food at the school itself.
So it's just about ensuring that Tobago, and not only just Tobago, or chefs are indulging in culinary cuisine that is not native to the island of Tobago and gives them that wider exposure and gives them more experience in their field of study. Now, the upcoming dinner is called China 4 Cities, 1 Table, a Moonlight Soiree. That sounds very interesting. I want you to walk us through, Chrisani, some of the signature dishes guests can expect on the menu.
Well, there are a lot of food items, but the main dishes are the hot pots, the Peking duck. You can expect scallion pancakes as well as lemon meringue tarts.
Awesome. So how did you go about balancing authenticity with creativity while preparing a Chinese-inspired menu here in Tobago? Now, I know some of the ingredients would not be readily available. How did you substitute or go about doing your research to ensure that when you are preparing these dishes, they are as close to the original as possible?
As Chef said, with their culture, they use a lot of scallions. We have available scallions right here, and they also use ginger. Say, for instance, in the hot pot, they typically save that meal for last, but we place it at the front because the first city we are venturing into is Beijing, and Beijing is known for its hot pot as, one of their main dishes.
Awesome. So we spoke about ingredients. Now we're going to talk about the cultural elements that some of the students, I'm sure that you would have sous chef and other assistants with you in the kitchen. What are some of the cultural elements the students had to learn to bring this menu to life?
Well, in our class, it has a lot of different personalities, and everybody likes different things. So, say for instance, I have a person doing desserts. She's into art, and we have stencils made specifically for her to, do Chinese letters or even a dragon. We're going to bring a dragon into the food, and also for different things like the fish. We chef journeyed to China before, so we use what they saw, what they created, and we are doing it a replica of that dish.
I'm sure that is going to be interesting when the guests see the dragon. I know that is one of the elements that is synonymously known in China. You see the dragon, especially when they have the dances and the costume, the dragon is the main face. So I know that will be something very interesting and something good to look forward to. Now, Krishnani, as head chef, what has it been like leading your team through this entire experience?
I can't say that it was all good because we had all rough patches, As I said, different personalities, they might clash when you put someone to work with another person. But through it all, we made it this far, and I could say that everybody is working well together now, especially the dinner is so soon. And for me, it was interesting to say because I have a lot of paperwork to go through, assigning different tasks to everyone, and I myself have a lot of work to do. Say for instance, in decorations, I am creating different items to display on the walls, and yeah, I really enjoy it.
Yes, I can tell based on your facial expressions and the enthusiasm that you have going about this entire experience. Now, Chef Lovelace, you're the lecturer, and I know you're imparting your knowledge on the young one. She says she's in your second year, right?
Yeah.
How has it been like observing the growth of these students?
Well, we would have course parts like in their first semester. And now you look at them now coming to the end, and you're looking at the growth, and you're actually looking at persons who couldn't hold a knife. They actually hold a knife properly. They're cutting the dice, they're cutting the everything that you ask of them now, even to understand recipe costing and everything, they would have been taught at the first semester. And now they actually put it into practice now at the end. So you're saying, well, yes, you're literally seeing that growth curve in them.
And it's always interesting to see how things go from theory to practice.
Definitely.
Because it's always easy to talk and sit down behind a book and read and be like, okay, this is what I need to do. But when it's time for implementation or to practice this, it's a completely different realm. And sometimes you realize you enjoy it a lot more.
Yeah.
Especially sometimes theory can be a bit daunting.
It's so true.
Yes, so now that you have the opportunity as students to dive into that and implement and practice all that you have learned, you see the excitement and you see the joy, and it's like, yes, I really want to be a part of this. Now, the title references a moonlight soiree. Now, what kind of ambience or dining experience can guests look forward to expect on the night based on this theme?
Well, China is big on family. So the main dining experience a person could get is the communal style. Everything is coming out in, say 10-minute intervals. They could wait, have a while to eat the next dish. And the stories behind it are based on the festival. So as you know, the Dragon Boat Festival, the Light Festival, the Mountain Festival, and the Light Festival in particular, will bring a warm environment, especially under the moonlight, soiree. Yeah.
And you're seeing how the research and all that you have learned about China is coming together, because when you do hear about China and when you look at their family structure, they are very cohesive, they're very together. And when you look at some of the restaurants that they have there as well, it's always a round table filled with family. There's the food in the middle and everyone is taking out with their chopsticks and they're enjoying and they're embracing that time together as family. So it's really amazing, and it's commendable that you have included that as part of the China experience. And I know the persons who are listening and are intending to go, they are intrigued by this. Now, what makes this dinner not just a meal, but a full culinary experience for guests? Now, I know we spoke about the communal style.
Yeah.
What else is there that makes this China experience one that you have to attend?
Well, during the month of May to June, I would have visited China. And when you looked at the China community or the Chinese community, and you look at how they eat and how they relate to food itself, we try to bring this to the dinner on Saturday night. So we want persons to come out and really enjoy. It's like a passport. You will be in China that night.
Now, I know especially with Chinese food, and not only just their food in terms of the medicinal properties with some of the food that they use. I know they are heavy on that, especially when you hear things like ginseng. I know you spoke about the ginger already. I know, especially as you said, you're bringing that experience here to Tobago while they're enjoying this dining experience. And I am curious to see how all of that plays out because, as you said, they relate to food a lot differently than we do. They look at their food as their medicine.
Definitely.
Now, can you share with us the final event details, the date, time, location, and how persons can secure reservations?
This Saturday on the 29th, we are beginning at 6:30 p.m. You have to be on time, and we end at 9. For the location, we are at Mount St. George, Blenheim Street, at Top of the Mill Restaurant. It's $3.50 per person, and children under 12 is half price.
Now, chef, lecturer, I'm putting this question to you and Krishani. What else would you like to share with the public about this event to encourage them to come out to support our students?
Honestly, the students, they have worked really hard on this from the month of September to now. So every week we keep planning and keep working at it, and then it would have been since they started school a year ago. So I want to come out and support them, especially because these are the young chefs of Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean, and plus the world also too. And they really want to showcase themselves to the public to show exactly what the school has to offer and what they have to offer also too.
And you, Krishan?
Well, I could say to be on time. You can't only enjoy the food. There will be the decorations, the music, and we have entertainment periods, especially at the end, where we have a lantern lighting session.
Oh, that is so awesome. I know we usually see these things on TV, but being able to actually experience that in the culinary experience, that would be really nice as well. Okay, awesome. So absolutely fascinating. Tobago is in for an elevated dining experience like no other. I want to thank you, Chef Lovelace and Chef Henry, for giving us a taste of what's to come. And up next, we shift gears from the culinary stage to a bit of events on the water, in the sunset. So I want you to stay tuned and we'll take a break and we'll be right back with that.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning as the passion start to rise.
Who said the elderly can't have fun too? We're talking good food, proper music, lots of games, and a day at the beach they will never forget. From the time we left the compound at Heavenly Care Home for the Elderly, the vibe was already established. Wheels up and seatbelts on. Watch now, when we touched down in Pigeon Point, everybody was ready for excitement. But before anything could take place, we had to secure bellies. You ever play bingo by the beachside? Well, that was the first activity on the roster, and boy did these seniors have fun. However, others wanted something more physical, so we brought out the ring toss, and not even arthritis could have stopped them. Well, I was blown away at how straight these people were. Are you sure this is a home for the elderly? Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, but nothing beats the song of Good Steel Pan by the shores while we take a dip in Tobago's finest water. Wait, more food again? This is my type of event. The energy was amazing and nothing short of a blessing. Pick up Heavenly Care Home for the Elderly, because joy doesn't retire, laughter doesn't age, and memories like these last forever.
To a stranger.
We waiting so long, the people miss the bacchanal.
Tobago. The countdown is on for Tobago Day 2025. From November 27th to December 6th, the island comes alive under the theme One Tobago, One People, One Destiny.
The celebration begins with the Tobago Torch Run, led by the Chief Secretary, Assemblyman, and our proud sporting groups.
Then, on November 28th, the THA Triathlon takes center stage. On November 29th, we all head to the Shore Park Recreational Grounds for the Tobago Games, Sports and Family Day, games we used to play from 6 p.m.
Join us on December 2nd for the Thanksgiving Harvest Service at the Shore Park Complex from 10 a.m.
Bring your Tobago produce, share your blessings, and celebrate community. Then, December 3rd and 4th, discover our roots on the Scarborough Heritage Bus Tours. 2 daily departures at 9 a.m. and 1 p.m.
On December 4th, witness excellence at the Tobago Day debate beginning at 10 a.m. at the Assembly Legislature.
And the Tobago Day Awards ceremony, 7 p.m. at the Shore Park Complex.
And for the grand finale,
December 6th, the cultural concert and drone show lights up the Scarborough Esplanade from 7 p.m. It's all about Tobago Day 2025. One Tobago, one people, one destiny.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning as the passion start to rise. The energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to wake up and hear me neighbor. 60,000 people strong and the vibes is never wrong.
Welcome back. We are on to our last segment for Good Morning Tobago. I'm your host, Renessa Ortiz. And now if you love a good R&B slow jam, a golden sunset, and a splash of creativity, listen closely. Joining us this morning, we have Xavier Roberts. He's the event promoter behind Tipsy Sunset, Sip and Paint Cruise. This experience promises cocktails, canvas, and coastal fantasy, all while touching the iconic nylon pool. Good morning, Xavier.
Hello, good morning.
Now, the first edition of Tipsy Sunset sailed the Monday after Tobago Carnival and had such a massive buzz that you had to bring it a second time. Tell us what were some of the responses from the patrons or the persons who attended, why you decided to have a second edition?
Well, it was a risk we took to have this event after Carnival, actually, the Monday after Carnival, Tobago Carnival. And while all other events was going on, you know, but we wanted to add something different. Not everybody want to be in the revelry. You know, some people would like the scenic experience with a bitter piece. So we decided to go forth with something a bit creative, you know, and that is where the event came about. Now, originally, this Sip and Paint has been going on for a while by Shiri Guerra, You know, this is the person who introduced this to Tobago, actually. You know, and it was a sporadic moment where she just said, hey, let's do an event, you know, on Prestige International, and it happened a week before.
And it's so interesting how our creatives are now coming into the space of creating live experiences for patrons, because as you said, not a lot of persons are into the revelry. Some want just quiet and peace, and I would think I'm a person like that. I would enjoy something like this, just being out on the water, especially nylon pool. That is promoting Tobago's tourism as well. You're giving that opportunity not just for your local tourists, but regional or persons who have been here for the carnival experience. Now I want you to give us some of the lessons that you learned from the first cruise that you're going to be implementing for this new event, this new edition, of the Tipsy Sunset.
Time is important. So the first cruise, we weren't on time, right? That is on my behalf, right? But everything went smooth, but we missed a lot of the light. But the event was lovely. So we want to be on time so that they can paint while the sun is setting. Yeah. So also, we learned that people know how to enjoy themselves and also know how to enjoy a space. And people are very creative because some of the people are very creative because some of the paintings were out of this world for me, yeah.
Yeah, and that just goes to show Tobago has so much talent, or even our guests who are being a part of these experiences have talent as well, and they just need an outlet to show that. Now, I know the combination of the R&B and the sunset creates an ambience like no other, and I know that that's what you guys were going for in executing this event. Now, I know in the past there were some incidents on the water, and for patrons or persons who are still undecided about attending your event, what are some of the safety measures that you have implemented or put in place to ensure guests are safe while on the water?
Well, implement would be that we did something new. Safety measures that were there before. Now the crew, the tour boat is manned by experience. So we have a paramedic by day, right, which is Akim. He's one of the captains, right, and we have a lifeguard, right. And my experience, where I've served the Coast Guard for 19 years, right, that alone says safe, yeah. And also the rules that are implemented in the reef, by extension, by maritime laws, we follow those to a T, because this is the sea we are talking about, and some people may not be able to swim or even deal with chaotic situations.
And you know how they like to say the sea has no branch.
And that is the truth. So to prevent that, we always ensure that, you know, people pay attention, people adhere to the laws, you know, and we also pay attention to our patrons and make sure that they are safe to and from our vessel.
And ensuring that they get there on time as well. Now, I know we spoke about safety, and we're going back to the event just a little bit. Now, why is the painting segment limited? I know I saw that on the flyer somewhere. Painting segment is limited, and what will painters be creating?
Right. So the reason why it is limited, because we want everybody to actually have an experience. Instead of it being crowded, jam-packed, this is not about money per se, but this is about creating a different experience in the reef. So we want a limited amount of people, so that when others see the experience, they would want to be part of this limited experience, you know. And my mom always says, good things are hard to find. Yeah, so let me keep it tight.
Now, I know there's a vibes only option on the flyer. For those choosing that option, what are some of the things that they can look forward to?
The experience. First of all, you are in the nylon pool with a sunset. That says it all, you know, and you would be able to have fun, you know, have conversations with someone there also, because some of the women will be accompanied by men or other guests, and also it will be a social area. You could socialize, exchange ideas, you know, talk about your company, talk about your plans for the future.
For someone wondering whether the cost of admission is worth it, what would you say to them?
Can't price on experience, we can't put a price on a sunset either. Can't pay for that, it's priceless.
That is very interesting that you said that, because it's true. Sometimes memories are some of the most priceless things that you can have.
Yes.
And you can't put a price on that. Now, I know we spoke about the vibes only experiences, about the experience. What about food and drinks? What else can they look forward to apart from the R&B and the sipping and the painting?
Well, the reef has laws. So we, the vessel, are not allowed to patronize alcohol to patrons. But the laws at Trinidad and Tobago also says I cannot stop you from consuming. So we allow the patrons to walk with their preferred drink to have. We would also provide refreshments, eats, finger food, you know, and other drinks while we are on the way.
All in keeping with the laws of Trinidad and Tobago. Now, before we wrap up, I just want you to share with the public the time, the date, location, ensure to emphasize on being on time. We're not on Caribbean time for this event. We have to be there for the time that is stated on the flyer. So the floor is over to you, Zabi.
All right. We're leaving from Boko on Sunday, the 30th of November at 3 p.m. Set to sail at 3 p.m. We will give a grace period of 3:15, but we are set to sail at 3 p.m. Right from Boko car park to be exact. But we also want them in the car park because the safety, there's security there, you know, and you're able to keep your vessels safe, your car safe, and then we take you to the jetty where you're board and we are on our way.
And our final question, Mr. Soul is headlining this event. Can you tell us how this collaboration came to be? You know, I've been to events where Mr. Soul has performed. So I'm giving you the floor to emphasize that to the persons who are still looking on and a bit undecided about if they should attend or not.
Well, before I speak on Mr. Soul, the first event we had Christo, Adana, Jakes, right? And the boss lady is a performer. So she performed Shirigera and she's an artist. So her network is far and wide. Everybody loves her. So Mr. Soul, you know, being who he is, we decided that, hey, this is a beautiful add to that R&B experience on a Sunday with a sunset on Prestige International. So that is how Mr. Soul was introduced. I am also excited just to hear him perform Sunday. I actually can't wait.
The name alone says it all. He sings with soul. And there you have it, all about Tipsy Sunset. I am here with Zabi Roberts, event promoter for Tipsy Sunset. I hope all our viewers are tuned in. And remember, there's only 9 spots remaining. So you need to head on over to their Instagram page and book your spot, reserve, and ensure to be a part of this lovely experience on the water. I am Vanessa Ortiz. This has been Good Morning Tobago, and I wish you all a vibrant day.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawn, and as the passion start around.